Hey guys, it is a little bit of a sleepy Taylor today. Um, I have an exam tomorrow. It's my last ever exam. I'm very excited for it. And I kind of forgot that I was supposed to do this video yesterday, because I was just taking the day off to relax and do whatever I wanted before having a day of, I say cramming, but I'm not going to. I don't want to stress myself out. I was actually pretty far ahead with the study. I've got all my notes. I'm allowed to take notes and I got those printed off. So, we're doing all right. But yeah, just a bit tired. Very, very keen to get the work done. Like the exam done, sorry. But yeah, I did kind of forget. I saw yesterday in my calendar that I had told myself to do this build and I completely forgot. I'm not even gonna lie. But we're here now. It is a build that I am in the process of finishing, this one here. It's sort of like a city build, a mini town, mini city. I really don't know what to call it. So it just ended up being called city build in my calendar. And we have about 8 different, I think it's 8 different buildings within this little scene. Um and each one will get its own little video, kind of like what I did with the EV townhouses. But these, I think I started this build before the EV town. Yeah, actually, I started this in July. This here is late July that I'm building it. So it's been a little while since I've gotten like it's been a while. Um, and it kind of helped me give it the idea for the EV townhouse build, but I decided to put that one out first because I was finishing it first. And this one I just have 2 more buildings to finish, which I'll probably finish on my own, maybe even today. I've also got to record another video, so I'm probably gonna also do that today so that I can get a little bit ahead. But yeah, welcome to this new build. So the inspiration for this build was actually a a bar. I wanted to do like an underground bar speakeasy type thing, and it turned into this immediately. I haven't even built the bar yet because it was originally an idea of, oh, let's get this little building and put this little bar underneath it, and then it turned into, oh, what if I do a couple of buildings, like a little city scene, but just like 2 or 3, and then it turned into, oh, what if I just make it stupidly big? And here we are, and that's most of my builds. I believe currently I am building without uh any cheats or mods. I'm not 100% positive, but some of my builds did end up having problems with it. I think this build is the one that I had no mods for. So no mods, no cheats, and because I hadn't uninstalled the mods before the update, it broke my game a little bit. So I don't even have move objects on for this part. But in later videos I do, I believe, have move objects on. But yeah, at the moment, this video is just going to be the exterior, so you'll see how I kind of threw everything together. And we only have 2 builds left, so it is the brick one on the end with the weird square hole cut out of the roof there, just to the left of the one we're working on. And then the one that's immediately behind it, that one is not finished as well. And I'm not really a fan of what I've done with it. So I'm gonna have a look at changing it up, fixing it up. The one at the front I could live with. Oh, actually, that's a lie. The one I'm working on now I also haven't done, but I have an idea for it. I've got 3 left, my apologies. I've done the 2 skinny houses on this side, and then I have done the big L-shaped one. I can't even say if it's on the left or the right because we're moving around too much, but the big L-shaped one. And then the two at the back in the middle, I finished those as well. And I know with the EV townhouses, I was trying to be a little bit relaxed with how much furnishing I was doing. I didn't want to do too much and overwhelm the build, but this one I was like, I've already started furnishing it and putting in all these details. I don't really mind. So I'm not too worried about the furnishing. But some of the places are a little, I don't want to say sparse. It's not quite the right word, but not as decorated as maybe I usually do or I'd want to do. Because sometimes I feel like I need to tone it back a little. So yeah, trying to not be too much, but also trying not to overwhelm the build. I don't know. Like not do too much, but not enough that it just blank and boring and bland. I'm definitely gonna try and work on the exterior a little bit more. But it's usually something I do right at the end. Oh, excuse me. But I don't know, I feel like I did alright, with what I've done so far, but I'm definitely gonna try and go back in and finish the end really strong, which I'm not sure how I will do. But yeah, we've got a lot of different styles of builds. You'll see some of them do change as we go. But the big L-shaped building is a hotel with it's got like this little bar area that you could consider it also a restaurant, but I don't know where the restaurant is. There's no kitchen or anything. But through this little inconspicuous door in the hotel bar, which most people probably think is like storage room or whatever, you go down the stairs down into the basement, and there's these two completely different um, underground bars, and they're really cool, and I really, really like them. And that was the whole reason for this build. So I believe that should be the next. Let me check my calendar. I'm always terrible with this. Yes, it should be the bar, and then after the bar, I'm thinking of doing the hotel. This is not the order I've done them in. So the little yellow build at the front here, I believe that's the first one I actually furnish besides the bar. So I do the bar first and do a bit of work in there, and then I work on that yellow townhouse for one of the people who was watching me stream, and they were like, I really like that building, and I was like, I really don't, but because you like it, I'm gonna commit to it, and I'm gonna try and furnish it so that it's like decent. So I did that for the Wonderful Scars, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. So I'm glad I committed to it. I've been trying to do that a lot more recently with builds, is just commit to ideas that I'm not necessarily sure how to do, or if they will be good. I'm so sorry, I don't know why I struggled with those words just then. But the rest of the builds are, I believe, the other skinny one at the front with the glass roof is like a plant lover's house. They're very, I don't want to say isolationist, but they're very much prefer to be on their own and just live their life quietly. They might be like a vegetarian or a vegan or something like that, but you wouldn't know because they don't like shove it in your face or anything like that. Not to say that all vegans and vegetarians do that. That's definitely not what I'm saying. I'm just saying this is a chill person who's just you don't know a lot about. You don't know a lot about them and their life, because they just don't see it necessary to share that sort of stuff with you. Not that you're not trustworthy, but they just don't think it's necessary to share. And then the townhouse on the opposite side with the green roof, the grass roof, it's kind of the same sort of vibes, except there's a bunch of people over there. I think it's fit for maybe 10 people. And so 10-ish, 10 to 12 people live there, and it's kind of like a culty house where they're, I don't know, weird and like supposed to be eco-friendly, but really aren't. I don't know. I felt like doing something weird and different, and that's what I tried. I'm not sure it worked, but whatever. It was a thing. And then the little red and blue I guess you say townhouse next to the green roofed one, the grass roof one, is very inspired by the Courtyard Oasis kit. So they are two little townhouse, not townhouses, what are they called? Studios, two little studio apartments, and that is another one that I built for another one of the people who hang out on stream. They didn't necessarily ask or comment or anything like that, but I thought I'm gonna make this have a really cool kitchen because they cook a lot, and I don't know, I think it would be fun and cool to do that, so that's what I did. And they said they like the kitchen, so I'm happy. And then yeah, like I said, the one right next to the red and blue townhouse is a, what did I call it? A hotel. Yeah. So it's got, I think, like 12 to 15 apartment rooms. Most of them are the same. So there is, the first level is not, like the entry level is not townhouses. Oh, not apartments, sorry, but on the other 3 floors there are all apartments or little townhouses. Nope, hotel rooms, that's the word I'm looking for. Wow, can you tell I've not slept well recently? In fact, I've overslept. But yeah, at the front there is one hotel room. It's identical on all 3 floors, and then down the side there are 2 more that are mirrored versions of each other, very similar to the one at the front, and then at the back there's a slightly bigger hotel room that has what do you call it? Like a separate bedroom. It's not just a hotel room, it's actually a hotel suite. So we've got a few suites, and I think that's kind of cool, kind of fun. The middle 2 floors are identical, but the one on the top floor has a little garden, outdoor, not garden, a little outdoor space, little balcony. That's the one I was looking for. But it does mean that it doesn't have a big walk-in robe like the other 2 do. So yeah, depending on what you like, you can definitely stay there. But we still have the, if we come upstairs again, up to like the not basement level, you'll see there's the building with the green exterior, not the roof, but the just the exterior being green. And that one I'm feeling very industrial. Yeah, that one at the front just there. We're gonna have some industrial apartments, because it's a pretty big floor. Well, you just saw a sneak peek of the bars down there. I tried to cut that out, but that's alright. Yeah, the green one just to the right here is gonna be industrial vibes, potentially, but like very clean industrial vibes. Like I don't know, like a maybe not. Maybe I'll do something weird and different in there, and maybe the one on the brick one on the far left here will be industrial. I don't know. I have not decided. I feel like the one on the with the weird cutout roof bit should be like the dirty industrial, not the dirty industrial, but I have a feeling I know what I'm going to do with that one now. So I guess we're having 2 sort of semi-industrial buildings, which I'm not too mad at. I don't mind having 2 industrial buildings, despite the fact that there's plenty of different styles I could pick. But I'm gonna try and make them a little bit different. So the green apartment block is probably going to be very clean, crisp, new, modern, updated, and then the one on in the brick building might be a little less, a little older styled maybe. This is all kind of off the top of my head right now, deciding on the fly. And then I have to decide what to do with that back building, which is currently a stone, I think, that it doesn't sit right with me. So I might take the brick from the bottom of the hotel and use that instead, just the whole way up. which I know you'd be able to see, that you can see the same brick, but I might use it in a different color because I don't know, I feel like that it'd be interesting and fun to maybe do something like that because I do not like the brick that it's at, like that it's got now. Um, I just cannot for the life of me think of what to do there instead of what I've got. But if you have any ideas, definitely chuck them down below. I'd love to hear them. But yeah, that's pretty much the build. I don't really do any exterior. I think I cut out everything. I was trying to be as thorough with my editing this time, and I think I've done pretty well. I believe I've also slowed it down. I don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, I have slowed it down. Because I got a comment from someone saying that it was, oh, like not a comment on YouTube, but someone said to me, your videos are a little bit fast and it makes it a little bit dizzying. Or what they suggested is I don't move my camera as much, but knowing me, I'm not, I can't, I move around, that's what I do. So yeah, having no movement, it's not really something that I do, but I did take into account that it probably does make people dizzy, so I'm going to try and not speed up my videos as much. When I first started, I sped the videos up to 8 times speed, I believe, and now I'm up 5 times speed, so I've definitely slowed it down quite a bit. But the problem with slowing it down is that it makes these videos longer and then I ramble for longer. And you know, if you guys don't mind me rambling, that's all well and good, but some people don't really want me to ramble. Which I understand, it's not the greatest to listen to someone just blabber on about nothing for a while you're just trying to watch them build. So I get that, I understand that, I respect that. But that's kind of just what I do. So, you know, I've said a couple of times in previous videos that I used to write down in a notebook things to talk about and I'd be pretty good with it. And then I stopped doing it and then I started doing it again a while back and I would speak about everything I wanted to speak about within the first like 5-10 minutes. So I kind of stopped doing it again, but maybe I will try again, so that I'm not just sitting here rambling and umming and ahhing. I just keep forgetting to write it out. I pulled the notebook out that I used to write in and everything, and it's right here beside me. Actually, that is the wrong side. That's the exam prep. There we go. There's some videos that I was doing. Yeah, it's just a lot to do. I've planned out things, got to get them done. But yeah, hopefully with my exam finishing tomorrow, it'll give me more time to let my brain breathe so that I can come up with topics to talk about without blabbering on about nothing. But the day after my exam, so today, the day this video goes up is Sunday. Tomorrow is my exam, so that's a Monday. On Tuesday, my time, I am doing a celebration stream over on Twitch to celebrate finishing my exams, my last ever exam, provided I don't go back to uni, which there's every possibility I could. And we're going to play a lot of variety games, like a lot of community games. There's a few that I've already tested and downloaded and whatnot and prepared. Most of them are free. There's one of them I didn't realize that wasn't, but I wanted to use it and play it anyway, so I did that. But there are a bunch of free games that people do not have to worry about getting if they don't want to. There are, yeah, definitely free ones that I think we would have fun playing. So if you're definitely interested in that, definitely check it out. I stream currently, or currently I haven't streamed in 2 weeks because of uni, but usually it's 3 times a week, but I think I'm gonna bump it up to 4 times to see how that goes. See if I like it, if I don't like it. But I've got everything planned out for the rest of the year. I do have to just verify one of the streams. I might be skipping it. There is an event happening and I might need to skip it for that event, but I don't know for sure. So I'm definitely finding that out, but I'd let you guys know, all that sort of stuff. My brain's totally just leaking out of my ear a little bit. But that's what happens when you do uni and you have exams and assessments and stuff like that. I'm actually having a look at my first ever build video. It's kind of cute to see because I wrote that in 2021. The day before I uploaded it, maybe, or the day of. Actually, yeah, it would have been the day of. And I said, introduce yourself, talk about the length of time to make the video, what was the inspiration for the build, which was a photo, and the inspiration for making your channel, so like who are the people who got you to do it. There's one that just says platforms with 2 exclamation marks on the 10th of November 2020, I think it is. I mean, I don't write, I write day, month, year, so that should be the 10th of November 2020. So apparently that's when we got platforms. I didn't realize it was 2020. I thought it was a bit later. I had trouble with editing apparently. There was a fire alarm right as I was about to record. Really? I thought. Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I thought I lived somewhere else. Because where the fire alarm would have gone off, I know where it would have been, and I didn't think I lived there when I made my first video. But I think I made my channel like almost a year before I made my first video. And I lost the footage for a while. I think that's why I didn't make the videos, because I'd lost the footage and then I found it and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna make the video now. And that was part 1 of that, and then part 2 is on the next page. And I just put the order of how I build things. I still love that build. That build, if you don't know what it is, it's like a mansion based off this photo that I found. And I make it have the most hideous, horrendous looking, like it's like a leopard print master suite. It's disgusting and I love it. I think Get Famous might have recently come out, or I might have recently got Get Famous, but it was horrendous. And I love how horrendous, like still to this day, I love how horrendous it was. And it was such a good build, and then I started to build without inspo photos, and my inspiration levels and my build quality kind of dipped a bit. So yeah, I'm definitely not against having inspo photos and things like that. So yeah, if you're ever having troubles with building, my recommendation is get inspo photos, get inspo builds, pull apart other people's builds, shell challenges. These are all things that I do or have done. But yeah, it was really, I'm still proud of that build. Could I have done it better? Probably. Am I gonna go back and renovate it? Probably not. I kind of, I don't know, there's something about like, yeah, it probably has flaws and I'm okay with that. Oops, we're looking at the build. Alright, well there's a sneak peek at the bar. We've probably already had another sneak peek at the bar that I just couldn't, well, not couldn't be bothered, but didn't want to cut out for some reason. But those are the bars down there. We will be getting into them next video. My head is all over the place, I swear. Next video, my apologies, is, yeah, will be the bar, and then I'll probably do the hotel, and then the little yellow build next to the hotel. And then I haven't planned beyond that. I haven't planned what's next. I mean, I kind of loosely have. Is it? Oh yes, it's the house inspired by the Courtyard Oasis kit, and then it's the weird cult house, and then it's the planty plant house, and then I've still got the other 3 to go. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this build. If you think you enjoy it, if you don't enjoy it. I really like this hotel. I think it's fantastic. I'm gonna be building another hotel over on stream sometime this year, but the video won't be on YouTube until February the 8th, I think. I think that's the right. Let me double check. Yes, February 8th. For the A to Z challenge. Sorry, I didn't mean to slam my hand onto my desk there for a second. Yeah, so it'll be February 8th for the A to Z challenge. That is still currently going for you guys, but I do it in February in 28 days. I couldn't tell you what week we're in because I've been scheduling all the posts in advance so that I don't have to think about them. Could not tell you. I could look it up. All right, fine. I'll look it up. I'll be a good little bean, and we are in week 2. Oh, that's a difficult letter. But yes, you can build a build based off of the letter Q, or a sim or a room based off the letter Q. Yeah, it'll be exciting and fun, but until then, we are not. No, what am I saying? I swear, I'm hoping once uni's done and I don't have to think so hard so often that my brain can just relax a little, and then I can start thinking again, like I can start having brain cells again. I'll actually have time to go look for them as well, because I don't know where I've put them. I mean, I moved house in March, and there are still some things we haven't fully unpacked. I mean, we're mostly unpacked. There are some things that I personally have not unpacked. I don't think I will, because I'm probably going to move again in a couple of years. And just the thought of having to pack up again, if I'm not using these things, I'll just keep them packed up. But anyway, yeah, maybe I'll find my brain cells somewhere. Hopefully. But anyway, we are getting very, very close to the end. I don't think I have any more stuff that I do other than just windows and whatnot. You can see I'm really struggling with not being able to put windows anywhere thanks to not having move objects because I broke my game. If you can learn anything from this, uninstall your mods before you update. It is actually a pain. Such a pain when you can't use them. But anyway, thank you so much for listening to me ramble and watching me put together this really weird build. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, definitely let me know down below on what I could do to fix that for you. But in the meantime, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!